Welcome back to the Gold Digger Get Down. I'm here with Crystal and we're here with episode 2. It is jam-packed with some hot tips and tricks on boosting your confidence this month.
Can you guys believe it's September? We cannot, but we are super excited to slay this month.
The two things we're going to talk about today during episode 2 of the Gold Digger Get Down is we reached out to a lot of the top performers that absolutely slayed the month of August in the wax specialist role, and we're actually going to talk about some of the best practices that they shared with us to share with you. Then we'll be talking about boosting your confidence in wax pass education and sales in the middle of a pandemic.
As we all know, it's really important that we are educating our guests and saving money every single visit that they come in, so that way they can feel confident seeing us and walking out of that door too.
Perfect, let's get started. First up, we're going to highlight Lori. She is a wax specialist at Lincoln Park. A few things that she shared with us really stuck out to us specifically. So the first quote that she gave us was, "Speaking with confidence makes you more powerful." Lori, I could not agree more. Something that Lori, really credits to that is making sure that she knows everything there is to know about wax passes, services, products, and because of that knowledge, she speaks confidently in those things, and it does create that expertise with her guests. A few other things she shared: always speaking highly of European Wax Center and MRJ to your guests, being your true self with every single guest, every single time, and trying all services and products for giving best recommendations. Lori, that is another one of my favorite quotes from you. I absolutely agree. We need to be getting waxed. We need to be trying the Strut 365 products. This is the best way that we can really make the most genuine recommendations and share, our experiences with those services and products.
Thank you so much, Lori. We truly appreciate all of your feedback thus far. So the next one we want to shout out is Angelena from Geneva. Angelena says, having confidence and being educated about prices, services, ingredients, wax passes, and any questions that the guests will have is going to help increase your SPT and your overall retail conversion. Another thing that she said that was one of my favorites was, eyebrow waxing is one of our most popular services, which of course it's true, and our Strut Boldly collection should be recommended with every single brow service. So if your guest comes in for an eyebrow, they have to leave with their brows filled in. It's part of that service, okay? And also, you really want to share your testimony with the products that you're using on them. So I am obsessed with our Strut Boldly collection, as we all should be. So I really encourage you to try those products out if you already have it, and wear them for your work shifts.
Yeah, I was going to say, with what Crystal just closed with, a reminder to all associates, Strut Boldly products is a part of your uniform. So, take the time to play with a new Strut Boldly product that you haven't used. It's a part of, how we present ourselves to our guests every single day. So the more we use the products, the more comfortable that we will be with guests. And something that we've both witnessed Angelena doing on the regular is not only reviewing those services and products and making sure that she has a lot of that stuff memorized, but using the products is a huge deal. All of her brow guests leave with something on them.
To tie in with this month's promo, one of our month's promo is 50% off of all Strut Boldly products with the brow service. So let's get these brow products off the shelves.
Yeah, absolutely. We do so many brow services, so I know we're going to see a lot of Strut Boldly products leave that door.
We cannot wait. We're super excited to see that revenue.
Perfect. Next thing we wanted to chat about was boosting your confidence in wax pass sales. So we all know that, especially as guest service associates, it has been a little bit more challenging selling and educating on wax passes in the midst of this pandemic. A lot of those steps that we used to be able to take have been cut out of the check-in and check-out process because we really want to, implement that social distancing. So a couple things we wanted to highlight today. We revamped the wax pass sales notes for your reservation notes. So thank you and shout out to Jillian at Lincoln Park. She reformatted and retyped all of those notes. So for those GSAs who are consistently marking up the books, you are going to be super pumped to know they are much more streamlined. So we now have one sentence for each wax pass that simply states the price of the package and the savings, which brings, the full price service down to the discounted price. We really want to make sure that we are marking up the books diligently every single day. Anytime there's a Wax Pass opportunity, those notes need to be copy and pasted in the reservation notes so you can go ahead and give that information not only to yourself during check-in, but also the wax specialists.
Honestly, wax specialist travel tickets are your best friend. If we're not looking at those, we're missing so many opportunities, because on one piece of paper, you're able to see everything about this guest from their first visit to their last visit, from what products they've had in the past. So it's really important that we're really taking advantage of that special resource that we have with every single guest that we see. So big advice, use the travel ticket to our advantage.
For sure. And with Crystal, relaying that information, us as guest service associates really need to make sure that we're being consistent. We can't have awesome Wax Pass sales notes on a travel ticket one day and then none the next day. So let's make sure that we have those new updated Wax Pass sales notes saved on all of our computers up front, and we're using them regularly. Another thing that Jillian did with those notes is she placed all of our most popular Wax Passes at the top. So for a lot of these, you won't have to scroll a mile long anymore, which is great. Another thing we really want to make sure that we are communicating to everyone is having that open communication with wax specialists and guest service associates. So something as a GSA, we know that we don't have that extra time anymore to sit next to a guest and go over the sales book with them and break down the savings on an RX pad. So when we're using those Wax Pass sales notes, we also want to communicate to our wax specialists what is our goal for the day, who needs what Wax Pass, and making sure that wax specialists are taking a few moments in the wax suite to really discuss the importance of a Wax Pass.
And honestly, it's really great to put that as your focus for your shift. Like, talk about Wax Passes on your vision and goal sheet. That's what we have that resource as well, so we can set a goal for our shift to make sure that we're trying to aim for something for that day. So pairing up with your GSAs is really going to help the teamwork make the dream work.
Fabulous, love it. So just to wrap things up today, we really wanted to focus on the theme of the month, which you guys will be getting a lot more resources this month from us, but it's really boosting confidence in every aspect. So we also want to take this time to thank everyone that completed the educational resource survey. We really took your feedback to heart, and we want to make sure that we're putting stuff out that is valuable to you. So something that we were really happy about was the feedback on confidence boosting. We got an overwhelming amount of people saying they really would love confidence boosting material, which coincidence was planned for the month of September previously, so we were really excited to see that. A few things to wrap up that we could really focus on this month in becoming confident. First is really knowing service prices, knowing the service prices of the add-ons that you want to achieve today, knowing the prices of the Wax Passes that you really want to focus on selling today. Crystal, do you have any tips for wax specialists on, memorizing those service prices?
Honestly, every single shift that I do have, I go through my AQ 000 and I highlight, okay, with this guest I can add on this inner thigh. With this guest I can add on, a hairline, or whatever the case may be. I write down the prices on my AQ so that way, because I cannot memorize everything, just to be honest. So I write them there for me as a note for myself, and that really helps me gauge, this is how much this is how much this will be, and that way I'm confident when I'm speaking to my guests about how much that specific add-on service is. So that's a great tip that you can also try too.
Perfect, yeah, and having it in the drawer, you can peek right in there before you go and grab your guest. That's a perfect way to become confident when you're talking about the add-ons. We also just wanted to highlight really understanding the savings of the Wax Passes and being able to speak confidently about them. So when you come in for your shifts, GSAs, make sure that you are looking at those sales notes and you know what your ultimate goal is for the day, which leads us into really communicating goals. So if I'm the GSA working and Crystal is the wax specialist working, I want to know what kind of add-ons does she want to, add to her reservations today, and this way she's going to know what Wax Passes I'm going to need to sell for the day.
And also too, if you're helping your GSA, they're going to help you as well as a wax specialist to close those retail sales, because at the end of the day, we cannot do it ourselves. So teamwork, like I said, is going to make the dream work.
Absolutely. Work together, guys. Have a great month.